Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, September 3rd, 2014. My name is Nick Santiago. Thanks for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. And what you'll see here is that the futures are trading higher today by nearly 7 points to 2,006.5 per contract. Not a bad little way to start the day. But the move is taking place on some geopolitical news that Russia and the Ukraine are having a ceasefire. Now, really, there's no evidence to say that this is happening, but this is what we've seen before. It's happening again, and we'll just see what we get. I think everybody just needs to sit tight. We'll see how this market plays out, but right now, a little bit of a morning pop just on the fact that there's some news coming out that Russia and the Ukraine have a ceasefire in place. How true is it? I have no idea. So be on your toes today. You never know what can happen. In the meantime, there are a lot of stocks in the news. Let's start off with the first one here. We're going to look at ticker symbol NAV, which is good old Navistar. Stock is trading higher. It's trading at $39.65 a share. Closed at $38.49. I think traders should be aware the stock has a ton of resistance around the $40 level. So any way you slice it or dice it, watch for big time resistance around the $40 level. It's a decent little move. It looks like they reported a smaller than expected loss, but again, you just want to be very, very careful around the $40 level. There's a lot of resistance there. I'm not saying it's a short. It's a fairly decent move higher today, but all in all, there's still a ton of resistance right around that $40 level. So again, don't look for too much out of this stock. If you own it, I would trail the stop loss. If you don't own it, I would be leaving it alone. All right, let's move over to the next one. We're going to look at INFI. Right now, it looks like this company is getting a pretty good pop this morning. Stock closed at $10.92. This is obviously a biotech pharmaceutical play. Looks like they are in a joint venture with ABBV, and looks like they're going to work on some blood, blood stuff for cancer disease, blood cancers. So again, good little pop there on the INFI. Again, be very, very careful up here at these levels. Stock looks like to me that it's a little bit overbought regardless of the news. So be very, very careful at this stage of the game. Remember, earlier last year, this was a $50 stock. Today it's trading at around 15. A nice little pop from yesterday, but again, it is a bit overbought here at these levels. Let's take a look at Big Mo, Altria Group. Looks like they have some news as well. I'm not exactly sure what the news out of Big Mo was, but nonetheless, stock is trading right now at $43.11. It closed at $43.19. You can see a big spike here earlier in the day. A level I like for the stock, if it does sell off, would be around $41.07, $41.10. I think that's a spot where you can own the stock today for an intraday scalp bounce. Remember, scalps are nothing more than quick day trades that last between 10 and 30 minutes. But that is a level I would watch for. If it trades down there, it may not even get down there. We're in a time and season where the volume trends have been very, very light. We're coming after the Labor Day holiday, so we'll see if it can sell off down to that level. But if Altria Group can get down to around 41.07, that's a spot where you can own the stock. Let's take a look at Toll Brothers this morning. I believe they came out with earnings as well. The stock right now is trading at $35.80. It closed at $35.63. I'm going to give the stock, I'm going to say the stock could probably trade up to around 36.25, 36 and a quarter, somewhere there. I really don't see much upside from here. Maybe it gets at 36.50. There's a possibility. There's not a lot you can do with it. If the stock does sell off, you can be a buyer around 33.15. So keep that level on the radar. If it does get down there, $33.15, that would be a level where you can trade it to the long side for a scalp play. But I wouldn't do much with it here either way until it made a more significant move, and I'm looking, the only way I would play it is if it got down to 33.15. Let's take a look at Helen of Troy. You're going to see right here, this stock is getting hit a little bit today. It closed at $59.15. It's now trading at $52. One level I'm looking at right now off the bat for support is around $50.55. So keep that on the radar if it does get down there. This is a very thin stock, and what I mean by thin is it rarely trades 1 million shares a day. In fact, it rarely trades 500,000 shares a day. What this means is these stocks can overreact to the downside as well as to the upside when they have such light volume moving the equity each and every day. So again, keep that level on the radar around $50.50. I think there could be a bounce play there, but I would do nothing before that period. I would let it get down to that level. There's no play out here whatsoever before that happens. So again, $50.50. Right around that area. Let's take a look at lumber liquidators. I think the stock today was upgraded, if I'm not mistaken. So decent little pop for lumber liquidators. Stock closed at $55.33, now trading at $57.70. I'm going to give it a slight upside bias just for the fact that the stock has a big gap fill around $70. So I'm going to say the stock could get up to around, well, I don't know if it gets there today, but either way you slice it or dice it, a ton of resistance for the stock around $66.50. So we'll see if that does happen. Let's take a look at the next one on my list here, CNQR, and this is Concur Technologies, and you're going to see the stock trading at around $110 right now. Closed at $100.95. I forget the exact news on this one, but you can check it out for yourself. I believe they're putting themselves up for sale, but make sure you look at the news yourself. I believe they've been contacting Oracle, and rumors are that they're contacting SAP about buying them out. So a decent little move there. I'm showing a ton of resistance though around $112.50. So again, I don't think the stock is going to get much above $112.50, but we see this a lot. We've seen this with Rackspace, we've seen this with PetSmart, we've seen this with numerous companies now starting to put themselves up for sale. In fact, there was a company that put itself up for sale yesterday and was bought out. So we are starting to see that's a new way of getting the stock price up. Put yourself up for sale, look for a cheap money merger while you have all this free money floating around the economic system. So that's what's happening there. Let's take a look at gold real quick. Gold is trading higher by $1.90 to $1,266 an ounce. Gold was absolutely annihilated yesterday, but all in all, making a little bit of a rebound today. Look at the GLD. You'll see it's trading at around 121.78. That's basically where it closed yesterday. So again, nothing that terrific for gold today, but it is upticking a little bit. If you take a look at crude futures right now are trading higher by $1 at the moment. They're trading right just underneath $94 a barrel. Again, if we take a look at the USO, which is a good proxy for trading light sweet crude, what you're going to notice here is that this is trading at around 35.03. I do not like the action in crude. The action in crude has been pretty poor. Recently, we've seen all these geopolitical tensions and crude has gone down. That is ultimately a bearish signal for crude. So again, crude upticking today, but it was hit hard yesterday, so there's not much we would do with it there. If crude got down, or the USO rather, got down to around 33.85, I think that would be a level we could play for an intraday bounce. But until then, there's not much I would do with it. With that being said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we will see you a little later on the charts.